Demon time really started back in like April or something, or March, right? It started when the lockdown happened back in March, right? And Adam Weak, but you gave her to me. I love her so. That's what it was. He was Ahab, the first Ahab. I love her so much. She's blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. She's the why did you give her to me? This is how the beast got us living in New York City. You see that? That's the projects. Humans stacked on top of each other in deplorable living conditions. It's called the project because it was a project that they put together to experiment. And I've got a huge, powerful lesson coming on that I'm going to. Please subscribe to my channel so you can get and click the notification bell so you'll be alerted when I upload. I got a powerful lesson coming about this project that they conducted about if we take these people and we stack them on top of each other in close proximity, right? And we, wow, I got something I was about to say, but I'm gonna save it for the lesson. I don't want to give it away. And we deny them resources of sustaining for themselves, and we have them, poor and hungry and starving. They know that these people will destroy themselves. They will consume themselves. The project involved, they started the project with the study of rats. They took a bunch of rats, right? And they had two examples or two, I don't know what word I'm looking for, whatever, two specimens or I can't think of it, 2 examples. I can't think of what I'm trying to say. 2 examples, right? So in one example, they had rats just in a normal environment. Second example, they had rats all together in a normal environment that were just functioning, doing their thing, living as rats do. They took half of the rats out of that normal environment who were functioning normally and started to experiment. And they put the second half of these rats in this project and they stacked them all on top of each other and they started creating this condition that were non-conducive to the natural environment of the rats to see what would happen. And it was horrible. The rats started to attack one another, eat one another, damage one another, take advantage of the weak. Their lifespan was cut almost in half. They started to show deformities. It was just, the experiment was insane. So in the lesson that I'm going to do, watch, it's very, very in-depth and very good. I show the project, I break it down, and there's a lot more info that I break down on it. And so that's when they said, okay, this is what we are going to do to the children of Israel, which y'all don't know. They knew who they're doing this to. That's who they're doing it to. That's what they said. But they will have you think this is what we're going to do to black people. They knew who they were doing it to. Because if we put the children of YAHSHUAH, the children of Israel in these conditions, then they will constantly live in sin. And they will constantly do these things to keep them outside of Torah, to keep them outside of the word of the Most High, to keep them outside of the covenant that they have to come into to remove the curses off their head so that we can continue to destroy them and stomp them and proliferate off of their misery and gain off of their suffering. So we create these conditions that is just a condition to produce only different levels of sin. Brilliant plan of Hasatan, and it worked flawlessly. And this is the project. And as you see, New York City was the #1 place because throughout all the other countries, the projects are really small, 1 and 2 stories. We have places where I used to live in Hempstead, Long Island, where they had projects like that, 3 stories, 4 stories. But we also have big projects too, 7 and 10 stories. But they had a lot of smaller projects. Right, I used to live in a 3-story project building with a bunch of buildings, right, and Parkside projects, and I didn't know that there were other projects like that until rap started getting big and they started making music videos, and other places like California showed like Nickerson Gardens and their projects. They only got 2 stories. They look like little townhomes. But that was their projects. And then New Orleans now said, oh, wow, all the other projects all through the country are 1 and 2 stories. Not like us. We got 20 stories, 15 stories. Like Queensbridge Projects is the biggest projects in the whole world, right? Where the rapper Nas is from. Queensbridge in the rap group Mobb Deep and a lot of the rap groups. Queensbridge, I think they have like 42 buildings, if I'm not sure. I think I might put it up. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna just put it up on the screen, right? 42 buildings. I think each building is maybe 15 stories, 12 stories, 42 15-story buildings that spans acres and blocks. It's just a whole world. So our projects, you see this? This will be one building, right? You might have in this, so I forgot what they call this, Lehigh Gardens or Lehigh Projects, something that they said at the beginning, right? Let's say if this is Lehigh Projects in Harlem, right? In Lehigh Projects, you might be from Lehigh Projects. It might be 20 of these buildings in your Lehigh Projects. So you can live in this one and building 20 could be so far away that you can never even met a person, a man or a woman that you grew up with your whole life that lived in building 20 and Lehigh Projects and you live in building 3. And you've never seen them in your whole life. That's how big New York City is. They built New York City up in the air. That's when I be teaching people from other states about New York City, why it's so crazy and so much crime and so dangerous. It's because this one building in a regular another neighborhood, let's say if it's 700 apartments in this building, that's 700 homes. Imagine in your neighborhood where you live 700 houses. That's your whole city. And that's just one building on one little block. And all those people, let me show you something. All these people in the daytime come downstairs to the street. So you got these 700 people coming downstairs. The other building, 700 people coming downstairs. Another building might have 3,000 apartments coming downstairs. Another building got another 100,000 apartments coming downstairs. All of these people coming down to one street, one neighborhood, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people. It's a project for disaster. That is the project. I come from the projects. This is what we have to survive. This is actually hell on earth. How Satan has created hell and put it on earth. And you see the results of that? It has this 22-year-old black man killing his mother for asking him to get a job because he has been demonized in hell on earth. It is producing demons. And I'm going to break that down a little bit later. Let's continue. This is the story, guys.
The mother of 8, police say one of her children, Musa Kamara, shot and killed her around 9 this morning.
Look at him. I wonder if that's his BMW. It's an old BMW. If so, she probably bought it for him. As I could see, his sneakers are really ran down and turned to the side. That's how you can tell when someone's not really getting any money, because we, in the so-called black people's culture, we take care of our shoe game, our feet. Everything else could be kind of, put it like this, if everything else, what you see is not worth nothing, if everything else is not really unkempt or really not something to denote wealth, or not wealth because that's not wealth, to denote that you have some type of money, a fresh pair of sneakers will offset all of this. If he had on, and this is so-called black people's culture for my white brothers and sisters who log on and who watch the channel, to give you an understanding, because we have cultural differences throughout all nationalities. But in our culture, if he had on a fresh pair of whatever, Jordans, and I'm saying Jordans because a lot of you wear Jordans. So if he had on a fresh pair of number 2s or number 7 Jordans, right? Fresh, all this would be ignored. He will actually look fresh because those sneakers are, I'm talking about brand new, clean, looking good. So when you see someone with broke down shoes like this, that's a real sign that he's real grimy. Like he's really in the dirt. He got no money. He's really like, these are just street code signs that you can see. Let's continue.
The uncle wants justice.
I want him to go rest of his life in prison.
Danson arrived in New York City more than 25 years ago.
That's sad. He tried to speak on his nephews. He couldn't even, as soon as he took one word, he just broke down.
Lovely sister. She kind to the entire family. Let's say kind to everybody. She always smile and laugh.
Today, she was found dead in her 15th floor apartment. According to witnesses, Musa Camara shot her in the head.
To guys that's not from New York, that's the projects in New York City. Look, let's break this down. This is the mother. Look at her, right? Beautiful black woman, right? Look at this son. Look at his eyes. See, YAHSHUAH, I'm trying to teach you. Log on to Mashiach Assembly Ministry, because that's where I'm be pouring you in to build you up as a man and woman of the Most High, to leave this flesh and grow into the spirit of the men of who and women of who you're supposed to be. You have to reach an attainment, right, of your spiritual self, that you can see past people. You see past of the flesh. I'm been there for a while, right? And it gets stronger and stronger, where you can actually see through the flesh and see the demon in the person. That's what I do. I live my life by looking through flesh, and I see the demon in people. I see the spirit behind the people, because that's what's controlling the people, whether they know it or not. That's what's inhabiting them. And some people, especially our women, have thousands of them in there. They have a legion, as it says in the scripture. A lot of women, men don't have as many because we don't have as many emotions. Women are full of emotions and thoughts and everything. So each demon, a demon is attached to that thought. And each emotion, anger, resentment, jealousy, greed, all that stuff, and thoughts, those are demons talking to you all over the place. That's why you see women that are so busy and so everything. So that's why you stay away. That's for my guys. You stay away from a woman that you see that's got so much animation and always busy and always those are demons. You want her, she needs to start to remove, when you remove the demons, she needs to be in a calmer state. That's why the scriptures say the Most High is in what? The stillness. You find him in the still place. So when you want to communicate with the Most High, let me look at the camera. When you want to communicate with the Most High, you find a place of stillness. Relax and calm yourself. Calm your mind. That's what meditation is about. Okay, calm yourself so that you can hear him, you become one with him. So that's why I really am looking for, as my future wife, or my future as a woman who has a calm spirit in nature, or at least will allow me to teach her and lead her into that calmness, that stillness of the Most High. It's very important. So look at these eyes. Do you see the demon? I see the demon behind the eyes. These eyes are dead. And look, he got his middle finger up, of course, saying F you. And then now, this is the key. Look at his mother's eyes. You see the difference? I don't see no demon. I don't see a demon. These eyes are warm. They're just normal. Cold, dead. Normal. This came from this. This demon came out of this woman. Listen to me, guys. The scriptures teach you a woman. It says, first of all, the scripture says the enemy will be those of your own household. That's number one, right? Also, in the scripture, I have to teach you guys. In Bereshit, Genesis, it says, because of Hava, Eve's sin, right? Because of her relationship that she built with Hasatan, the adversary, the devil, right? It said that her seed, right, which is the woman, the seed of the woman and the seed of the serpent will forever be warring. I got a separate lesson where I break it down. It's way too deep for this because it's a really edifying lesson to break down that relationship that the woman had with Hasatan. Y'all have no idea what the Bible really says happened. And once I break that down in that lesson, it'll explain everything, how that woman can give birth to two different seeds in one womb, and one will be the seed of the Most High and the other one will be the seed of Hasatan, both coming out of one woman. Do you understand that? This woman birthed the demon. And I can guarantee you she could put another son that's right next to him, which is the son of the Most High, which is a good man, a good spirit. What you can say, it's not an angel, but what you can be like, this one is an angel and this one is a demon in similarities, right? This one is hardworking, loving, do anything for, protect his mother. And this demon, look at him, killed his mother. That's the scripture. The scripture says Cain and Abel came from the same womb. One was the seed of Yah, the Most High. The other one was the seed of YAHSHUAH, the devil. One womb. Jacob, Yaakov, and Esau both came from one womb. One of Yah, one of YAHSHUAH. One good and evil. You have to understand, just because that's your seed doesn't mean it's of the Most High. That's why the scriptures say all YAHSHUAH is not YAHSHUAH in Romans. All Israel ain't Israel. It's telling you that all black people, all your children, all your family members, all your friends ain't of the Most High. You have demons around you that you don't even know in your own household as well. That's why he said your enemy will come from your own household. So you have to grow to spiritual attainment to see through people, to see the demon in people, so that you can know that if this is your son right here, you can see this son is demonic. He has demons. And if I can't exorcise those demons out, I have to understand this is Cain. This is Esau. This is the evil seed that came out of my womb. So I have to distance myself and be very careful how I deal with this demon. That's the key to knowing spiritual warfare. You have to know what you're dealing with in order to know how to deal with it. Because if she knew that, she wouldn't be very wise to have any confrontations with this young demon. Because what can happen would happen. So that's the lesson that I'm teaching you guys. That's the most important part of this whole lesson. Is to be able to ascertain the spirit behind these people, to see the demons that's actually controlling these people. What a sad story. Now, this is the extra tip I wanted to teach you at the end. This is New York City. These kids nowadays, I'm going to leave that on the screen because I want you to see the demon. These kids nowadays got this thing that they on. It's called demon time. And I know YAHSHUAH don't know a lot of it because we're called to be set apart. So a lot of us don't really know what's going on in the news in the world because we're busy trying to live our lives. But my job as Uncle YAHSHUAH, that's why I did Uncle YAHSHUAH Truth TV. I'm going to find the news that's going on in the world and I'm going to bring it to my nation. I'm going to bring it to you, YAHSHUAH, and break it down so that you can understand what's going on, because you need to know. Because if you go out to them streets, yes, you still protected them in the covering of Yah, but a lot of us are just awakening. So you're not really under Yah's covering yet because you're not really in covenant. You're under his grace and mercy, of course, but until you grow into this person under Torah that you really can summon the angels, really be protected and covered, you have to be wise and you have to be kept abreast of what's going on to know that these demons are out there. Right? So you know how to conduct yourself. And that's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing this news channel, Uncle YAHSHUAH Truth TV News. That's what it's for. Right? So these teens are out there on demon time. So they jumping people. They got these gangs and everything, and they run around. This is a thing. They're in covenant with it. See, everything is about covenant. The things that you speak, if you come into agreement with it, see, everything is spiritual. It says we don't war against flesh and blood. What do we war against? Spirituality and demons and things in higher places. So whether you are in the flesh or not, you don't understand the flesh is being controlled by spirits, right? So you don't understand. You are fighting a fight that you can't even fight if you don't know that we're spiritual beings animating a physical existence, right? So the spirits these guys, these dudes in the streets are in covenant with these demons by proclaiming we're on demon time and being proud of it. So it grows. You are inhabiting more and more demons. You strengthen the demons when you come in covenant. So they fill you up. And these young teens out there on demon time. So that means I can do these wicked and evil things, and we are proud of it. So we are owning it, not on Yah's time, not on God's time, not on the Most High's time, but they are on demon time. And they are in oneness with it, right? And y'all don't even know. So they're running around in packs, demon time, doing their evil and devilishment, and it's growing. That's him. You can see on demon time. So those demons are being empowered in our youth, in our young men and women, because they made a covenant with it now. All right. Yeah, we used to be in the streets doing our evil and selling drugs and doing all this stuff, but we wasn't in covenant with the wickedness. We wasn't speaking it. We didn't even know we were being controlled by the environment that making us do these evil, wicked things outside of covenant with the Most High. But now they are in physical covenant with it. There I go. I'm getting hot because I'm going in. They are in physical covenant with it. So that brings another level of power to that demonic activity. You understand? Very good lesson. So let me break this down. Let me show y'all demon time. So demon time really started. It started back in like April or something or March, right? It started when the lockdown happened back in March, right? So I'm gonna read the story, but let me before I do that, let me stay here because I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want y'all to be weed. I want y'all to listen. So during the lockdown, of course, people like all of the strippers didn't really have a way to make money because they closed all the strip clubs, right? So that's when that OnlyFans thing started, right? And I got a separate lesson on that. I met this girl at the beginning of the OnlyFans thing, and I was trying to bring her to the Most High, but there's no way I can grab a Hispanic girl, beautiful girl. She was Honduran, and there was no way that I can bring her to the Most High because she was making like freaking $4,000 a night on this OnlyFans, and I'm trying to tell her like, don't say no to the money. You got a son. You got a 7-year-old son. Like I tried, but there's no way I can win against that. I couldn't beat the demon that had the hold over that money, right? The love of the money is the root of all evil, right? Scripture, right? So that's when OnlyFans started, right? And I only knew about it because I'm picking up people and they start talking. I'm like, what is that OnlyFans? And then they were talking. I'm like, what is that? They were like, so they getting paid to like, it's like a porn thing, site type of thing. But then I end up getting a ride, and I'll tell a separate story for that. Oh, it's insane that a guy from New York, she was in Florida, a guy from New York from her OnlyFans was paying her wanted her to do some sexual things to a random person. And that happened to be me. Oh, I got the lesson, and I got it recorded too. I recorded it too. I recorded the whole thing of me turning her down. She was so gorgeous. It was so hard a fight in the flesh not to do the things that he wanted to pay me to do because I'm a man and I'm single and you know, it was, but of course I won. Of course, I'm Uncle YAHSHUAH. I'm not going to let that, you know, you're not going to beat me, Hasatan. No, I won. I did not touch her. I did that, but I recorded everything. So separate lesson for that. That's coming soon. So anyway, so the strippers at that time were trying to figure out how we're going to make money. So this interview, this young ex-basketball player realized on Instagram, he set up this thing where he had the strippers performing their stripping acts on Instagram. And then he figured out a way to add their Cash App to it. And the people would pay to watch them do their stripper acts online because everybody was locked down. This is when everybody was locked in. I wasn't locked in. The Most High did them. That's another testimony lesson, but crazy, the Most High. But anyway, so it started to grow. And then he partnered with Puff Daddy's little son and they blew the thing up. And the strippers started making a lot of money. And they called it Demon Time. And then they made a little purple emoji with a demon symbol and it became a thing. And then Beyonce in her song, I'm a Savage for, what's that? I hate that girl rapper. She's horrible. What's that girl that with Cardi B? Meg Thee Stallion. Oh, the Stallion, right? I don't know, whatever. She's the worst freaking rapper in the world. She made a song called I'm a Savage, right? And Beyonce did the remix. And she said, hips tick tock when I dance. On that demon time, I should start an OnlyFans. I didn't even know that's what she said, right? I knew her verses said, because they play it, because I be having to listen to radio when I have other customers in the car, so that's why I know all these songs. Other than that, I would not be listening to it, period. I listen to ministry. I listen to the word all the time. But because I have customers, I have to play the radio, so that's why I know these songs. But I didn't know that's what she was saying. I knew she said hips tick tock when I dance. I didn't know she said on that demon time I should start an OnlyFans. I didn't catch that. I just was hip tick tock when I dance. That's all I knew, you know. So when I just read this article doing my research to add on to this, you know, Harlem Man, because I know this is demon. I could see the demon. I said demon time. I connected it. So I said I wanted to find an article with the youth in New York City running around on that demon time. But when I clicked it, they don't have nothing. But when I clicked it, that's when I found this article. So let's break down this article. And that's when it showed me where demon time came from. And then they talked about Beyonce's lyrics. And I said, oh, she said hips tick tock when I dance. On that demon time, I should start an OnlyFans. Of course, Hassatan's going to use Beyonce to promote this demon time to our youth because she's his queen demon. That's the queen demon of them all. She is Jezebel literally in the flesh, right? So of course I'm like, well, that makes all the sense in the world. And then it just blew from there. So now I got the understanding with the foundation. So of course, once it grew big, the kids seeing we on that demon time. I could see dudes in the streets on that demon time. And that's what they on, right? So it says a professional former basketball player or whatever have been virtual pop. So they call it virtual pop-up strip clubs on Instagram Live. So many bars and clubs were forced to close overnight. I just told you that. So Magic City, a strip club in Atlanta, has started offering virtual lap dance performances on Instagram stories. Mr. LeBoy's events have attracted unique music artists like The Weeknd, Diplo, and many top NFL and NBA players and influencers have tuned in. See, this is the problem. These are the demons. These are Hassatan's top agents, what he's using to destroy the children of YAHSHUAH, destroy the world and his companions, right? He's using these entertainers and artists, right? So if these entertainers and artists who they have their own beautiful freaking woman, like they got the most beautiful woman, they got the money and the resources to get the most beautiful woman to ever exist, right? Instead of them just enjoying their beautiful woman, right? And their family, they on freaking Instagram and some strip club looking at some poor young stripper who ain't got no money from the streets in Atlanta somewhere who can't got 2 nickels to rub together stripping on the pole, right? And so they are blowing it up. Look at them. NFL players, The Weeknd, Shaquille O'Neal, Meek Mill, Lil Yachty, all join the stream as special guests. See, this is the problem. And then Beyonce makes the song, put demon time in it. See, these are Hassatan's top agents. Oh, you're getting exposed by Uncle YAHSHUAH. He told me months ago, expose them all. And I'm about to expose everything. Even YAHSHUAH. I'm about to expose everything. There's so much coming, guys. Buckle your seatbelt and get ready to go for the ride. Log on to Mashiach Assembly Ministries. Log on to Uncle YAHSHUAH Truth TV. And it's going down. All right. So that's demon time. That's the emoji. That's the big thing that's going around. I didn't even know all this stuff was coming. Look, it's become larger than life. Justin Combs, that's Puff Daddy little son. It started as us going live together. He had an idea to recreate the club atmosphere. He had 60,000 followers. This dude, now he probably had millions just from starting that. And he's becoming a millionaire. See, women immediately requested to be guests on his live stream. His followers loved it. He was like, hold up. We can't be doing this for free. Some girls were dancing, twerking, and taking it all off on his live stream. So he began pinning. See, And then and then women go off and all they do is blame men. But if you weren't doing this, it's my women. And I ain't talking to my daughter Zion that's living under the Most High, because you are not doing it anymore. You are set apart. But remember, Uncle YAHSHUAH Truth TV is also going out to the world. My young women and my older women, you are in control of what the men do. Stop with the witchcraft trying to blame. You ain't getting over on Uncle YAHSHUAH. It ain't flying here, all right? Stop with the witchcraft of trying to blame the men for you. They want somebody with straight hair. They want me in my tight clothes. Yes, you're a lie from the lake of fire. If you take your hair, if every woman right now today covered themselves, right? All wear nice big flowing dresses but you can't see none of their shape under them, took all the weave out, took all the makeup off, guess what the men will be attracted to? The woman with all the big loose clothes on that you can't see their body with no makeup, and we adapt to whatever you do because we are after you. So you on demon time, you put on got leggings and yoga pants and little booty shorts and everything is showing your body as a freaking whore. You dress as a whore. You put on this clown makeup and eyelashes and fake colored hair and looking like a demon, right? You do, and then blame the men to say the men want that. You're a liar. And I come to expose all of you. So don't subscribe, don't like my channel. I don't care, because I got a men's channel and I'm pouring this into the men to make them come away from that, search their purpose, leave all that alone, and find a righteous woman, which is a freaking eunuch, a jewel in the needle in the haystack, a jewel to be found. So how the scriptures say he finds a good thing, he will find a good woman. So that's what my men's channel is about. That's what it's about. So I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care. I ain't your friend. I'm not a favoritor of men or women. I'm a minister, a more of truth of the young high. I come with a sword in my mouth. I have a sword in my mouth and I will cut you every time I open it. This is my purpose and my duty under the Most High Yah. This is who Uncle YAHSHUAH is. I come with a sword because YAHSHUAH is coming back with a sword. I'll come with a sword and I'm going to cut Jezebel every time I open my mouth, because that is Jezebel. I know who you are. I am your number one antithesis, your number one enemy. That's who I come to bring. Just like Darby used to slay Jezebel. That's what I come for. But I come in a complete Torah under it. I come to fight Jezebel. I come to slay you because she's been attacking me since my birth. Wait till you see the lesson on my life. Jezebel thinks she's married to me. She thinks I'm a husband. So any woman who's inside of my life have to be very careful. I have a new assistant that and it's so crazy. I might as well doing it less here, but I'm gonna do it on the side when I talk to her. I've been meaning to tell her that she's gonna have to gird herself up in the word and protect them, because Jezebel is gonna come. She's gonna get jealous because you have now a relationship with me. We have a partnership. She's my assistant in this ministry. Oh my God. And Jezebel did take it. It did. She did take her over. Made her. Oh my goodness. Made her hurt me so bad to my soul. And I literally did nothing, but it made her hurt me so bad to my soul. Wow, the prophecy. You hear me? I'm speaking it on here. That's prophecy, guys. It didn't even happen yet, and sure enough, it came to pass. All right, I just had to add that in. So let's see. I'm gonna see what else I said. She's going to have to be built up because Jezebel is coming. That witch, I know she thinks she's mine. I rebuked you. I divorced you once I realized what it was. And she inhabited every woman who was ever in my life. That's why I don't have a wife. That's why I don't have my children. That's why but now I know what it is. So that's what this is. I'm coming at you. So women, I am not playing games with you. I have to build the women up because the women are the most powerful thing in existence. Women brought sin into the world. It was Hava. And I ain't with you little weak Hebrews, you old weak men who's gonna be, yeah, well, Adam did nothing. Adam was just weak like you are. He was so weak that the Most High said, why did you hearken to her voice? That's what he said. That's the only thing Adam did wrong. Why did you listen to her? You were supposed to listen to me. I am your father. I told you what to do. Why did you hearken to her? And Adam weak, but you gave her to me. I love her so. That's what it was. He was Ahab, the first Ahab. I love her so much. She's blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. She's the what? Why did you give her to me? He's calling us not to be weak. That's what Uncle YAHSHUAH is. That's why I got a men's channel, to build the men up so that they can be men over this nation, for the women. I'm not playing no games. I don't play no games. Eve, Havah brought sin into the world. I am the doggone tree. Yah said, do not eat from that tree. She walking around the garden, looking at the tree over here, looking at the tree over there. And then they got a ministry. I ain't gonna call them out yet. I got a lesson talking about it was Adam's fault because he should have been watching her. Where was he at? He should have been he was in the garden doing what he's instructed to do, tending to the garden. He ain't have to be over her every second of the day. He can't, because that's the problem. If the woman is not submitted under the Most High, you can't cover her. You can try to smother her all you want. She's still going to do her wicked and devilish man behind your back because you can't control her. She has to have obedience to the Most High first. Be accountable to him. So he wouldn't have had to do nothing if she was respecting the Most High instructions. She wouldn't have been looking at that tree of knowledge and good and evil that Hasatan watched and said, she curious. I'm hot now. I'm getting in. Now it's on. She eyeballing this tree. He told her not to eat from it. He told her don't go near it. Don't touch it. Right? But as I see, she can't stop looking at it. And Adam is obsessed with her. All he wants to do is please her. So the way that I destroy Adam, because he's jealous of Adam, because he was created in the Most High's image. And Hasatan wanted to be that, right? He wanted to be like the Most High. He was jealous. So he said his goal was to destroy Adam. He said, in order for me to destroy Adam, I got to go through who? Eve, the woman. And when I get her, he's destroyed because everything he does is for her. Brilliant, dude. So I ain't playing with y'all. So he seen her, and what he did, created a relationship with her and destroyed Adam, and sin was invited into the world, and they lost their place, and they got kicked out of the garden, and all hell broke loose. It was all hell from then on, all downhill from then on. That's why I'm trying to get back to the garden. Wait till my lesson I got coming on that. Getting back to the garden. That's where salvation is at. Y'all don't know what's coming. And you're going to have a choice to make. Yeah. Uncle YAHSHUAH come to bring it. So anyway, I'm not playing with these women, right? So if the woman, bring it back. If the woman would cover themselves, if you woman, when this dude tried to do this live stream, if you woman wouldn't have went on there, look, women immediately requested to be guests on his live streams. If he would have tried to do this live stream, right? Because he going strip club, he want to see, trying to figure out what to do. And women did not request to be on there. If women said, man, you ain't about to freaking prostitute us on no Instagram. Nah. But no, they would immediately flocked and requested to be on it, right? And then they were dancing, twerking, and taking all their clothes off because they are attention whores. All they want is everybody to look at me, look at my body, look at this, look at my boobs, look at my butt, look at my legs, look at my hair, look at this, look at twerking, and taking all their clothes off, right? If they wouldn't have did it, then it wouldn't have been happening. And guess what? It wouldn't exist because the guys would just be like, well, where are they at? Well, they're on these ministry things. They on there they speaking positive stuff. And God's like, huh? They ain't taking their clothes off? No. What they doing? Talking about cooking and, positive things. God, check it out and see all these beautiful women covered up, right? And talking positive stuff. And know what the guys are going to do? Start watching it because we have no other choice. That's where they are, and that's what they're doing, and what we're going to do, adapt to whatever it is they're doing. So who has the real power here? They do. Unless you have a man that's 100% walking in Torah, that's being instructed by the Father, that's living his statute, laws, and commandments, then they don't have the power over him because he has authority to what? Lead in God. He is the Aleph over the Bet. That's our original alphabet, guys. I know you don't know this. That's our original tongue language, Hebrew. A, B. The alphabet come from the Aleph Bet. A is the first letter. It's the Aleph. B is the second letter. It's the B. A is the man, house, authority. It's a figure, kind of a representation of a man of authority. And B is representation of the house. It's a pictograph drawing of a house with a dot in the middle, and that Aleph is sitting, a man protecting the house. That's the Bet. So the man will be the Aleph over the house of YAHSHUAH, the Bet, the house, the world of Yahs, because Hasatan has a world of Satan, there's a world of the Most High. And the man will be that. That's what I come to do, to bring men back unto Torah, to be the Aleph over the Bet, to have women to bring back unto Torah, to be the authority, to be the covering over the Bet, the house of YAHSHUAH and their personal household. So the men would just adapt to that. This is what true ministry is. This ain't no church. This ain't Pastor Porkchop or Deacon Hogmar. This is a man of the Most High teaching the word of the Most High that you never heard before. This is the true Torah. This is what they took out. This is when they took out and they gave us the slave Bible and took the words and passages out telling you who you are and your authority, who you are in the Most High, so you could come under covenant and remove the curses. But Uncle YAHSHUAH is here. Finally. After 14 years, the Most High finally released me from the fire and said, it's time now. It makes sense because it's the great divide. It's all over. It's time to, this is the soldier of the Most High, the shepherd, to protect the sheep and awaken from all of this foolishness that's going on in the world as well as in the world of YAHSHUAH and the nation of Israelite, the nation of YAHSHUAH, which is Israel. Guys, oh, it's going down. I'm getting hot now. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Love when the Ruach speaks through me. Turn into a simple, I thought it was going to be 5 minutes, a simple, what's the name? A news story. It's always the word of the Most High in these stories. Okay, so the women were dancing and twerking and taking it all off. Now I'm hot. I need to put the AC on. So he began pinning the dancers' Cash App users' names to the top of the feed so that the followers could send them money. And he realized he stumbled onto something. And they called it Respectfully. The Respectfully Justin show was born. Several hours before the show, he would hype up the event on social media respectfully. And then he said what he did was before the show start, he would put there we go. Then Mr. LeBoy brings Justin Combs, and then he kicks back and begins streaming a glass of red wine, which become a mean of his own. So he'll start the show off, he'll stream a glass of red wine, and that's how everybody would know that the show is about to start, right? And so that took on a life of its own. So listen what this girl said. People will post a picture of a red wine glass and be like, if your girl knows what this means, she's not your girl. Said a 24-year-old dancer at a club in Atlanta who has performed in several of Mr. LeBoy's live streams. It's become a symbol of the show. So the girl said, this stripper, 24 years old, she's probably a beautiful black woman, right? Probably beautiful in the physical sense. I know she got weaves and dumb eyelashes, but anyway, she said, if your girl know what this means, just a picture. See how Hasatan will get into the society so secretly and you won't even know what's going on. You're a hard worker, man. Do what you got to do. You got your wife at home. She ain't got to work. She home and everything. And you don't even know. You see on her screenshot or something, or you see coming through one of her messages or her feed or something, just a picture of red wine. And you won't even think nothing of it. Just a picture of red wine. You think, okay. You don't even realize that that's a symbol for demon time and that she's secretly stripping or watching strippers or she doing something. And that's what the girl said. She said, if your girl knows what this means, she's not your girl. See, you got to listen. I rocked with women. That's one thing I did. When I was hustling the streets in New York City, I had women working for me. I'll save that for another lesson, but it was brilliant. Why? Because the women control the men. So I realized, okay, if I want to control my whole hood, then I need to have women working for me because the men are chasing after the women. Why would I want to control the men when they ain't chasing after the women? So I controlled all the women, and so that means I control all the men. It was brilliant. So I had all women working for me when I was hustling. I was killing it till the Most High said, time to stop that life. New life. Time for your purpose to begin. You're my son. Always been. Let's go. Let go. And that's part of my testimony. What happened. But anyway. Oh, here we go. This is where it gets good. The women, or as the audience calls them, demons, are encouraged to request to join the stream. Wow. This is the most important part of this whole story, guys. This is the key. Uncle YAHSHUAH Truth TV, we gets down to the foundation of the story. Listen to what he said. So he brings the kicks back and begins streaming a glass of red wine, right? He said, woman will request, let's go back up to here. I've never seen hyping up the show about the women requesting. So we begin immediately. Oh, so when he did, that's the one. I passed it. Live Justice Crazy Cult Finds. So ask me every night so Justin Combs said people ask him every night if the live is going on. Justin has this crazy cult-like following and is just getting started. Mr. LeBoy said he got an idea at 1 a.m. to try to recreate the club atmosphere on Instagram after he was bored and live streaming one night to his more than 60,000 followers. I was like, man, I need a demon to call up. Dude, we can't even make this up. Listen to this, guys. This former basketball player got an idea at 1 o'clock in the morning to try to recreate the club atmosphere on Instagram after he was bored and live streaming one night to his 60,000 followers. He was like, man, I need a demon to call up. And he said, where my demons at? So what he did was he posted in his Instagram, where my demons at? And women immediately requested to be guests on his live stream. His followers loved it. And he was like, hold up. We can't be doing this for free. Some girls were dancing, twerking, and taking it all off. He said he need to summon demons. I need a demon to call up. I told you these people are in covenant. He was a former basketball player, meaning he made it. He got Sean Puffy Combs' son. This elite class, that wealthy class. You can't get to a certain level without making a covenant with Hashatan, right? This man has already been in covenant with Hashatan. That's why he said, I need a demon to call up. So he typed in where my demons at, and what showed up? Women. Wow. Nobody's breaking this stuff down like this. No news show breaks this news down like this to give you the understanding behind what's going on and why. No news show. Uncle YAHSHUAH Truth TV News. Nobody breaks this down like this. The women, or as the audience called them, demons, are in. So because of that, that became the thing. So now all the people, all the audience call these women demons. And then they say they're on demon time. So the demon time is when they start dancing for this strip show thing. That's where the phrase demon time started. You just got the foundation right here on Uncle YAHSHUAH Truth TV. Mr. LeBoy accepts a woman's request to dance. He pins her Cash App information on the top of the stream and tells his followers if they like what they see, they had better pay up. Blue checks better pay, he said last Thursday, referring to verified Instagram accounts. Meaning those people with that blue check, all the stars and everything, they better pay. And he made millions off of it. Tales of the Demon Sisterhood. Wow. Like, I know YAHSHUAH, I know y'all like, head blown. Even those in the world who don't know the background story to this, I know you're like, wow. Like, I'm gonna make 4 or 5 different posts of this entirely different because I need this information to get out. We need to grow Uncle YAHSHUAH Truth TV because I need to have this news show going out so the world, not just YAHSHUAH, but the world, those who need to awaken, need to understand what's going on. Women said they have raked in thousands of dollars from Cash App donations. Alexis said that's that ATO. She has made about $18,000 for dancing on Instagram Live during a time when she'd otherwise be completely out of work. Justin makes sure the girls make a substantial amount of money, she said. He also plugs his own handle, then distributes the funds as a bonus. He pimping. He doing some pimping. The amount of money Alexis has been able to earn through the internet far outpaces what she was earning at her job stripping at the club, and for far less effort. She said, if I'm in the club, I'm there for 8 hours. She said, on Instagram Live, I'm only 5 minutes. 5 minutes compared to 8 hours of work. Wow. See, how can you beat Hasatan, right? If I tell this woman, you got to work she telling me she can work for 5 minutes and make $1,000, right? In 5 minutes, just stripping, showing her body, twerking or whatever. But I'm telling her, no, sister, you need to put your clothes on. You need to come under covenant of the Most High because your salvation is at hand. This is just a temporary joy and entertainment, but hell is going to be forever. You're going to be burning in the lake. You're going to be suffering for eternity. This is just a blip on the screen. They can't even fathom that because they're so in the flesh that they only looking at the now. How can I beat that? You can't. Only the Most High can call that sister to grab her attention where she can deny the flesh and deny the passions and desires of the world and money and everything and say, forget all of that. My salvation is more important. I'm going to seek the Most High. If I got to struggle, that's what I did. I said no to the streets and the drugs and the crime and that women and pimping women and doing all of this stuff. And I said, I will be struggling, regular, normal life, no big $70,000 Mercedes and trucks and all that houses. And I said no to it all to serve the Father, to save you. And I work all night and then I come and I do this. Like now I'm about to go to bed really soon. And I make these videos. I ain't getting paid nothing for this. This is ministry. This is me trying to save souls, trying to wake y'all up to let y'all know that they are on demon time and this is what's happening to our babies. How can I win? Only the Most High. Women who have appeared as guests have also amassed a larger following on the Instagram accounts. Of course, Alexis started a secondary Instagram account for her own Instagram lives after party goers sent her messages with offers. Of course, she a hustler. So she figured I'll open up my own page and I can do my own lives and they're going to pay me from this. Plus, I still do that. People ask me to send them a voice note saying their name for $500. Wow. See, once you serve him and start destroying society, the youth, the world, he's going to give you more. He's going to bless you, right? He's going to bless you with these things of the world and give you more opportunities because you did well. But he's going to freaking screw you in the end because that's what he is. He's the great deceiver. So at the end, you're going to pay and he's going to be laughing while he screw you, stab the knife into your back. But if that's what you want to do, it's your choice, right? People ask me to send them a voice note saying their name for $500. She said, they'll go on my page and send the eyes or the eyes or a red heart like, where you at? Where you from? They are very active during the quarantine. See, she blowing up. They send eyes or a red heart. Several women who have been featured have become close friends. We have a demon community now. Wow. Yo, this demon stuff it's so appropriate though. Cause that's literally, oh wow. Do y'all know I've been calling them beautiful demons for a very long time? I got so many lessons. That's what I call them. And I got lessons saying, cause I know people will be offended. I call them demons because that's what I see is the demon in them. He sends me beautiful demons all the time. I have to reject them. He send them trying to have sex with me, trying to start a relationship with me, trying to get to know me. And I have to reject these insanely beautiful demons, all nationalities. Whatever, I'm digressing. Okay, so several women who have been featured have become close friends. We have a demon community now, says Sasha, 32, who usually works as a hostess at an upscale restaurant in Los Angeles. We go on lives together. We're a little demon sisterhood. So this woman, Sasha, usually was a hostess at an upscale restaurant in Los Angeles. But because of this pandemic and this lockdown, that's why Hasatan did this. It's the end. This is the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. He ushered it in. It's demon time. They already opened a portal. All the demons is coming through. That's why these children are now on demon time. That's why these women are starting to say now they've signed the covenant. They're on demon time. This is what the mark of the beast is. The mark is more than just one mark. The mark is demon time. The mark is Satan's is open. It's on. Yah is awakening his children. Hasatan is awakening his children. And this is the time of the great divide. So you have to pick a side. Get down with Yah or lay down with Hasatan. That's why I say that. That's my saying. Uncle YAHSHUAH, get down or lay down. Ain't no time for playtime is over. There you go. I liked it that from the last one, y'all. He told me that's your moniker. Playtime is over. And that's for you too, YAHSHUAH. All y'all playing, all these mores playing, making this money and all this crap you're doing. Oh, you're gonna get exposed. Everybody's about to get exposed because y'all is cutting the grass and you're gonna make a choice. And all of those in your listeners and followers and congregation subscribers are gonna see what choice you make when Uncle YAHSHUAH cuts the grass and reveals you. Yeah, it's coming. All right. So she was working as a hostess at an upscale restaurant, but because Hasatan, because this is on and you're going to have to pick a side, the circumstances made her pick her side. She picked the demon sisterhood instead of Yah. Because if she would have went the other way to the Most High, he would have provided for her. Because you think Hasatan is the one that's going to provide for you, but he's just tricking you. He's giving you temporary. The Most High is going to provide for you through eternity. He's going to take care of you right now. It might not be all the flashy things you were used to, but he's going to take care of you. You will want for nothing. And then in your salvation comes, you will have all. To me, it's really not a hard choice to make. But in the world it is. But I'm not part of the world. He say be in the world, but not of the world. I've came out of the world. I've given Babylon back her stuff. So to me, it's not hard. I died to it. I don't need none of it. None of it. All I need is my Father. All I need is my Father and my nation, those who are truly seeking Yah. Uncle YAHSHUAH Truth TV and the ministry is already growing. I got subscribers. I got a white man from Kentucky wrote me yesterday. He's like, I'm not religious, but everything you say is the truth and all this stuff. And he said something. I wrote him back and he subscribed. You see, I got people from all over the world. And that from then on, I've been feeding the babies, feeding you guys. And I'm going to continue. Okay. So she said, we go on lives together. We're a little demon sisterhood. The women who perform don't show their faces and remain anonymous. Outside of their Instagram usernames. Wow. Some, like Sasha, wear a ski mask while they dance. Others simply film from the waist down. Sasha says she prefers to keep her offline identity separate from the work she has stumbled into online. Wow, that is a great trick, Hasatan. That's brilliant of you. Because of the mask, right, which has so many different symbolisms, he enabled them to whore themselves, to break the covenant of the Most High, hide their identity so they can it could be your wife. That's why that woman said, if your wife or your woman knows what that wine glass picture means, she ain't your woman, because she's secretly doing this without you even knowing, because she ain't got to show her face. They said some women just show the waist down. So they showing their butt and their coochie and everything and twerking. And you know, guys, they don't give a crap. If long as that look good, that's all. Guys don't care about nothing. That's what I said. You could, if all women stopped doing it and they were just on there with fully clothed talking, guys would watch that. That would be what guys would be doing. Guys are just freaking along for the ride. Really, truthfully. That's why you have elect. The elect among men. The elect. That's why the Most High got 144,000 of his elect to shepherd and wake up the rest. That's why you have elect. That's who I am. And it's very few of us, and we're scattered across the four corners of the planet Earth. You got those who think they are elect and they're really not, but they will be exposed. Soon come. But that was so ill because they don't have to show their faces and people are used. So she wearing a ski mask, so you don't know who she is. Unless you know her naked body, unless you're a husband, you know she got a mole there, and then others film from the waist down. She prefers to keep her off. That's crazy. The other woman, one is a mom. We all had jobs that were taken away, Sasha said. We all have problems, which is why we're doing this. We're all trying to keep our identity private while gaining fans and trying to make money. Sasha said that amassing around $4,000 through performing on Instagram Live inspired her to start an OnlyFans account. Of course, where she can gain subscribers of her own. Of course you did. So this woman who got a child was working, and Hasatan, because of what's going down, he destroyed the economy and got people wearing masks and introduced her to these demons for demon time. And now she got an OnlyFans, and now she gets subscribers. So that 4,000 is going to turn to 40,000. And how can you stop that? My followers keep going up and up and up and up, she said. It showed me that I have to do other things to get revenue. I have to pay my bills and get groceries. See, that's the excuse they make. See, performers said they don't mind if the shows attract smaller crowds as long as the high rollers continue to show up. It's not often they have the chance to dance for people like Meek Mill and Kevin Durant from the comfort of their living room. See, it's these stars that are feeding that. Brands want to sponsor. Sasha also said she has received a flood of messages from other out-of-work women who have stumbled across her Instagram page asking how they too can make money dancing online. Girls are like, how did you get the courage to do this? Sasha said, I'm like, girl, just put a ski mask on. This freaking demonic stuff. Demon time. So let me go back, tie this all in, and let's end this. So, because back then, from March till the summertime, that blew up because Beyonce put that in her song on the demon time. I should start an OnlyFans. Because Instagram and this social media is the demon that has our children, right? And our women that has our society of the world, right? Encapsulated in this entity, it promoted this thing called demon time. So of course the kids in the street that are in the gang and run around the street, it sounds attractive. Of course it's going to be a trend. It start trending demon time. So dudes start saying, I'm on that demon time. So now that means I'm out there getting money. I'm out there thug, gangster. So now you got roving, packs of teens running around in a posse, in a clique, running around like, yo, we on that demon time. And so it grew. And what you don't know is when you come into covenant with these demons, when you speak, that's why the word is life. That's why the scriptures say life and death is in the power of the tongue. The words that you speak bring life or death. The words that you speak being life, meaning they were born, gives life to a demon. Gives life to an entity, gives life to life, or give life to death. If you speak the word of Yah, then it gives life to Yah, to angels. It gives life to good, to positive. If you speak the word of Hasatan, talking about I'm on demon time and everything, you are in covenant, it's going to bring life to demons. You're going to birth these demons. That's what this is. You see it in him. He's running around in the streets of Harlem and Brooklyn and New York City and everything with his other other boys, his friends, and I can guarantee you 100% they are out there on demon time. And they've been doing it now for a long time because it started back in March. So about April and May, the streets started catching on and young dudes started calling demon time. You know, the savages out in Chi-Town and all that, what they call savage, Chirac and all that? Right. So there's savage stuff. Now everyone's on demon time. And what they did, because they became in covenant and they spoke it with their mouth, because the word is God. The word was manifest in the flesh. In the beginning was the word. The word was with God, and the word is God, because the word is life. It is what you speak. You speak things into existence. So the word is God, as well as the word is YAHSHUAH. Because if you speak death and you speak evil and you speak all of that, then that is your God. No one broke that down for you guys before. No one. And the Most High just revealed that to me just now as I'm speaking it through. That was the Ruach, what we call the Holy Spirit, who spoke through me just now to reveal that, because I never put that together before about the relation of the word is Hasatan, that evil demonic word, because it is God and he is a God. He's the God of this world. That's why the scriptures say what? Do not put no other gods before me. There are thousands of them. Woo. So they're speaking that word that they're on demon time, and they're giving life to Hasatan in the flesh, because the word what? Came and manifest itself in the flesh. Our word, which is the Holy Ruach word, which is the word of Yah, manifests into the flesh as YAHSHUAH, our King. See the difference? It's total opposite of the same spectrum. Your word, right, which is the word of evil wickedness, the word of YAHSHUAH, came to life in the flesh and manifests in what? All of these demons. These spirits are possessing these entities. These are all little demons. And this one killed his mother, because she was requesting, getting on him about getting a job. And those demons are getting full possession now, because we are in the end of this. This is over. It's going down. So they are all going to be manifesting. It's going to get worse and worse and worse until all the portals open and the demons are in the streets and the Nephilim come back and all revelation and the killing in them. And the only thing that can cover you is the covering, the blood over your door, the blood of YAHSHUAH, the covenant of the Most High. That's the only thing that can protect you. That's the only thing that can save you from that when this hell breaks loose, when they all go down, because it's all going down. And Hasatan is going to turn his back on all of y'all who are on his demon time, because that's what he is. He is the father of lies. He is a lie, and there's no truth in him. So he's not going to stand by your back. He's going to immediately let all those freaking Nephilim and all those freaking Anunnaki, all those freaking things consume you. And all this purge, all these movies they're showing you, this is what's going down. So you need to come into covenant with the Most High. Log on to Mashiach Assembly Ministry, log on to Uncle Yahshua Truth TV, and let me lead you into covenant with the truth. Not no Christian religion, not no religious. This ain't religious. I'm not a religion. I'm a Hebrew Israelite because it's my identity. It's a bloodline. This is who I am. It ain't a religion. It's not that. Bible is not a religious book. It's a history book of a people written by Hebrews, for Hebrews, to Hebrews. It's FUBU, written for us, by us, to us, for us to relay it to the rest of the world, to bring you under covenant to our Elohim, the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov. That's one God, a monotheistic God of the Israelites, those black people in the Bible who was written for, that they said YAHSHUAH had hair white like lamb's wool, a white afro, and feet like burnished brass, as if it was burned in a furnace, really dark skinned. As in the book of Daniel, it says what? The Most High had what? Hair like pure lamb's wool. The physical image of the Most High God had hair like lamb's wool. It is us. It is written to us. It is our book. It is our instructions how to survive, how to live this life, how to defeat the Hasatan and his demons, defeat the flesh, how to live in the spirit, and how to become a kingdom of priests and speak this what we are learned from the mysteries of the scripture, because it ain't for all to decipher. That's why YAHSHUAH taught in parables, because it's not for everyone. So if you're an elect, and as I am, and I have the gift to decipher this scripture, and then I can bring it to the world, meaning all of Yah's children, YAHSHUAH and her companions. The other nations, the white man, the red man, the yellow man, or whatever, Yah has children and Hasatan has children. Just because someone's white doesn't mean it's Hasatan's child. Just because someone's black doesn't mean it's Yah's child. One of those white men is Yah's child, and that white man is Hasatan's child. So you got blinders on, run around talking about Esau is the white man. Oh, I got so many lessons on this that I'm going to wake you up, because Uncle YAHSHUAH is here and it is time. And the companions always been with us, and they are seeking our face, because the scripture said they will what? Cleave to the house of YAHSHUAH. But you got these demons out there acting like they're YAHSHUAH, shooing, vexing them and disrespecting them, and so they are lost, just like the animals. The whole world, everything is waiting for YAHSHUAH to awaken. That's why in my Curses movie, I show the other nations and other countries saying, please awaken. YAHSHUAH, awaken, because you are our salvation. The whole world is waiting for us to come back into covenant so we can save them. We have the keys to the kingdom. Boy, this went from a freaking news story to ministry. That's what's every time I think I'm going to do a 5-minute clip, I'm like, okay, this is going to be a quick little news story. I got one story. I can quickly edit it. Bang. I can bang these out. Not. I'm a word of the Most High, the Ruach. So everything that I do, I speak the word. Everything that I do, no matter how I started, the word of Yah comes to it. It's always a lesson. It's always edification. And I know a lot of you are out there, especially because I got comments like my sis and everything. They be like, where's these lessons? They want them. She like, I don't want you to make short lessons. Make long lessons. Go for hours. Like, and I get it, because I'm the same way. Oh, I listen. Sometimes I have to stop myself. I'll click on, looking for comments. I'll click on one of my lessons and I can't turn it off. Next, I done sat there an hour. I'm like, oh crap, I'm wasting time. So I get it. But what y'all don't know is that makes it hard, because I have to edit and this takes hours. So if this was a 5-minute video, I can make it, edit real quick and put it out. Make another one, edit quick, and I can just keep doing that. But when they go this long, the editing and everything is just a nightmare. But it's the work that I have to do, and I'm not getting paid. If I was able to make money from home, if I had a ministry and people were sowing in, I got a ministry, but it hasn't grown. If people were sowing in donations, or if people were, where I'm about to, and I got that in a ministry, I'm about to show you how to make money. Me and my sister, we about to provide this income stream so that we can sustain the ministry, so that I can do this from home, the ministry part, and don't have to worry about going out and working for 8-10 hours at night. You know what I mean? And then I can just bring you and do all this editing and bring you all this while I'm still making side money passively online. Right? I got a little clip coming up to show you different ways to do that, right? For YAHSHUAH. I'm trying to feed the nation on everything, man. Because this is what I love. Relaying the word of the Most High. Man, this is my purpose. This and my music. And you see, in my music, what am I doing? Ministry in the music. My music is a ministry. It's music ministry. That's what my first album is called, Music Ministry. You understand? So I love you all. Uncle YAHSHUAH, Truth TV. Another one down. Playtime is over about my father's business. Bible study every Tuesday, 8 p.m. We having a Zoom Bible study. I'm gonna email me for the link. Subscribe to my nephew, Dutch Camera Action.
I'm a lion of the tribe of Judah. Say it again. Precious
the chosen people of the Most High.
You got that right.
We hope you have a good time watching our videos, and we'll see you in the next video.
And we'll see you in the next video. So like and subscribe.
Our channel.
Yeah.
We are the true Hebrews, the true and real Israelites. We are the true ones that fulfill Bible prophecy and scripture.